Hey everybody, I'm Glen Kuiper from the Glen Kuiper Show, All Giants, and we want to remind you we have a new Friday Night Kuips video from Duane and I's post-game show that we do at the Gotham Club at Oracle Park after every Friday night home game. And what we're doing is we're getting these shows now out on my YouTube channel, and they are super fun. And we have a new one that we're ready to put out. The guest for this show, and you're going to really enjoy it, were Will Clark and Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley from Friday Night Kuips from the Gotham Club. Enjoy the show, everybody. You're going to love it.
Hello.
Hello.
So you have food and we don't.
Hello. Everybody have fun tonight?
Okay.
See a couple of A's fans in here. How'd that go for you? Well, we're excited. He's Duane. I'm Glenn, and we have two awesome guests tonight, and I know you guys love great guests. Not one, two. He was so good the last time he was here, we brought him back. Will the Thrill. And every once in a while, we get a chance to bring a Hall of Famer into this building, and when we get a chance, we don't pass it up. Dennis Eckersley is here, folks. That's pretty good. So what's really cool is these two guys right here, Eck and my brother Duane, played together in 1972. Their first year in the minor leagues. They have been tight friends for 53 years. How cool is that?
I've got some dirt on him. And he's probably got dirt on me. Yeah, it's been, I mean, when you think about it, when Eck showed up in Reno, he was 17. And I was 21. And we were talking about it earlier. Well, that doesn't seem like much of a gap when you're 55 and 52. But when you're 21 and 17, you know, it's quite a lot. I'm like the older brother or the dad of that group. And there are a bunch of 17-year-olds on that team. But anyway, little did we know that he's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, geez. So anyway, I am so proud of him. So we did a little research. Will faced Dennis 10 times. Any idea what the outcome? Any idea here?
It wasn't good.
Wasn't bad, was it?
Wasn't bad.
Do you know?
A grand slam, a 3-run dinger, and a 1-run dinger?
4 for 10. 4 for 10. When I talked to Will about it, he said 4 line drives. I talked to Dennis, he said 4 infield hits. So we're not.
I'm just glad he didn't take me deep. That's all.
And I don't know. I don't think any home runs. So yeah, I mean, it was always important for Dennis. Like, fine, you can have your hits, but did you take me deep?
Well, I gave up close to 400 home runs, so it's not a big deal.
Is that true?
I mean, a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised.
And did that piss you off every time?
A couple guys did.
Yeah, I'll bet it did. I
One
fixed-
guy in particular, it was his name Gibson or something.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that. You did fine. You did fine. You did fine.
I think it'd be fun to find out because, listen, both these guys, Eck pitched with a little edge, good little attitude.
Yeah.
Will,
Yeah.
and we know Will. So I want to know what they each thought of each other as players. Eck, what'd you think of Will?
It's funny because when I met Will, I was with the Cubs. And I remember you were the big mucky muck first round draft pick, so I knew who you were, right? In spring training. And you were very chatty because you said hello. You were really friendly to me. And that stood out, And then I pitched a game in Candlestick Park with the Cubs that year. And you got off to a good start, and then next thing you know, you were the shit. And then I took gas there for a while. Remember after I left the Cubs, trying to find my way, because I went from the Cubs to the A's, and it wasn't pretty, but it ended up great.
Yeah, you think?
But that saved my career going to the A's at the time. But I didn't forget him. I knew he was the man at the time. I didn't realize how good he was going to be.
Right.
But luckily, I didn't have to face him very much.
Well, the words you're using is he was cocky.
Yeah.
I really say that.
I tried to
He
be
was
nice.
cocky.
I wasn't cocky when I met him because I was brutal. I was having a bad time.
Right.
But I was confident. I mean, I think a lot of the confidence came from, it was a facade for me because I wanted guys to know that I got it. You're trying to sell it, and sometimes you didn't feel it, but you got to sell it. And I was an emotional guy. I am. I just, I wear it on my sleeve. And it gets, you get carried away with it. But how can you not be emotional in the ninth inning? For Christ's sake, the game is on the line. And when they get you, they're emotional too. Yeah. You've seen that. So, you eat crow sometimes, and sometimes, but you got to be ready. I mean, I'd rather have somebody with that type of emotion than some dull guy out there. I mean, I care. And everything, to tell you the honest truth, I thought everything was life and death. And that's how it felt my whole career. It's exhausting to be like that for so long, but that's how I played.
But that is also the definition of a closer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there isn't more adrenaline or pressure on one guy on that roster than for a closer. And Dennis had a nice talk with Ryan Walker today because he's kind of going through, he's done a little bit of this. And it's easy to be up here when you're a closer. It's a little tough, boy, when you go home and you've given up a couple of blown
the
saves.
guys try to be cool, thinking, turn the page and all that. And that's a bunch of bullshit. I mean, it's hard to turn a page when you give up a big home run like that. And then you have to walk around like saying, yeah, I want the ball. Give me the ball. I want it tonight. Then you start to think about, God, if I blow it tonight, Jesus. I mean, so everybody's only human, and this kid admitted the fact that, he's got this adrenaline running big time, and, he has a hard time controlling it.
Yeah.
And failure sucks, and it's hard to, that's why you end up being good is if you can overcome it.
You talk about Walker was the one that you talked
Yeah.
to?
Okay.
So, Will, Eck has told us hundreds of stories about how guys didn't like him when he was younger in his career. And those same guys, some of them still don't like you, which we know you as like the nicest guy in the world. But what were your early impressions? And, when you came into the league, Eck had been around for a while.
Yeah, Eck had been around for a while, and you knew that he had been one of the premier, starters, and he wound up, in midstream, as y'all well know, turned into the greatest closer of our generation. And one of the things when you face a guy like this gentleman right here, without a shadow of a doubt, you have to bring your A game because he's bringing his A game all the time. And that, for me, was kind of the epitome of the challenge. I mean, that's why I played the sport. I played the sport to play against guys like that. I didn't play the sport to better guys that I knew I was going to beat up on. All right? That is the top of the food chain right there, and those are the guys you wanted to face. And you knew that they're bringing their A game, and you had to bring your A game. They're going to get you more than you're going to get them, but at the same time, it's going to be a battle. And that man right there was the epitome of my generation of the stud.
Yeah.
Yep.
We talked about it before. I was talking about the game can get to you, mentally. And they used to have a psychologist. Remember the guy that used to work for Harvey?
Yeah, he
anyway,
worked for the A's. Yeah, he was really good.
And you go through struggles throughout the season and whatever, and you need to talk. You know what I mean? Because you act like you've got it down. I mean, you would never know that I, scuffled with my confidence, but I didn't let anybody know. And in talking about, I didn't want to face it. I was afraid of left-handed hitters. And I wasn't afraid of Reggie Jackson and all these guys swinging out of their ass. I was afraid of Harold Reynolds or somebody or Duane Kuiper. And I could envision fastball down away, line drive base hit left field. I'm telling you, I could see it in my sleep. And so I swear sometimes I'd say, I got to get this guy out the third out because guess who's coming up? This little sandblower, left-handed punching Judy. You know what I mean? It's like, so.
If you don't know it already, and we may talk about, Eck has his own lingo, and you got to stay with it. And the words have good baseball meaning. You gotta learn Eck's lingo. It's special, but it's interesting.
When you were broadcasting, and Eck did a lot of games for TBS and a lot of games for the Red Sox, did you use some of that lingo? And did the Red Sox fans figure it out?
They figured it out.
Did they?
Yeah, it's just, I can't, this is how I talk.
Yeah, it is.
Baseball is full of lingo anyway. Different home run calls, whatever,
Right.
Bridge, whatever. That's my home run thing. And a lot of other stuff, cheese and pitching, all that stuff. And it just comes out over the course of time. People get used to it. It probably sounds silly, but I don't really care. I'm just, the thing when you do TV is you have to just let it all hang out. You have to be authentic, and you have to and sometimes you can get in trouble. You have to be careful, but you have to be authentic, and I think people realize that. And I don't know, it's just how I was. I'm glad I don't have to do it anymore.
Well, you had that lingo when you were 17.
Yeah.
We had a hard time understanding sometimes what the heck you were talking about.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was
Eck,
fine.
your salad looks good tonight. You guys know what that is? Hey, his hair looks good tonight.
Yeah,
Salad.
It's good. I'm getting old, man. But salad is, for me, salad was pitching. You don't throw very hard.
He throws some salad.
I throw salad.
Like
Yeah.
Webb was not throwing salad.
No. And Duvall was not throwing salad either.
That was
Yeah,
the
he looked good
damnedest
tonight.
ninth inning I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah. And how about Wilmer?
Yeah.
Wilmer.
I don't remember exactly what the numbers were, but with all the Hall of Famers, with Mays and McCovey and Cepeda and those guys, there aren't many of them that did what Wilmer Flores did tonight. And he's the only guy in Giants history to hit a grand slam and a 3-run home run in one game. So when you think about that, that's pretty significant. Forget about the fact at the end of the night with another one, right? But yeah, he's fun to watch. And if any of you knew him at all, you would want him to marry your daughter. He's that good. He is. And he's got 4 brothers, and you know what their names are, right? Wilmer. So he had a son last year. You know what they named him, right? Wilmer. There you go. What else can you say?
Eck, you haven't spent a whole lot of time in this ballpark. I know you obviously never played here, but you said you did broadcast a few games. But, we were walking around, and you're like, I've never been down here, and it's a pretty cool place.
It really is. It's weird because as a kid, I grew up in Fremont, and I was a Giants fan, big-time Giants fan. And Juan Marichal was my man. And that's why I got that big high leg kick. When I was a little kid, man, I kicked my leg up so high. It had a lot to do with how I developed. But I was always a Giant fan, and I thought the American League sucked. I really did. I did. When you're a little kid like that, that's, so San Francisco Giants meant the world to me. Like when I was 8 years old, which is a perfect age when you're a kid, the Giants played the Yankees in the World Series, 1962. I'm dating, I mean, that's a long time ago, but that's when I was getting off watching. And so I've always been a Giants fan. So it's funny because I was talking to Glenn, and they played San Francisco. My heart's in San Francisco. It's weird, man. It's like, I've been in Boston for like almost 50 years, you know, on and off. And then they play this song, and I used to be so proud of being from the Bay Area. I mean, I really did. And they played the song, I was like, oh, you know, I was feeling it.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what I mean?
emotional, right?
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I had to give him a hug a little bit in the booth.
Yeah.
Make sure he's okay. To make sure he's okay. But
Let's get back to Will. So, Will, what do? You come back and forth 3 or 4 times a year?
Yeah, I'm usually out here once a month, and then I also see all of our minor league affiliates. And then what I wound up doing is when I do see the minor league affiliates, I wound up writing a report, and I got, I don't know, 20-something people in the front office that I send a report to, and it's like, hey, pay attention to this shit right here.
So, are you coming from somewhere?
So we were here when we did the first,
Correct.
you know, one of these with Kruk, and then Trey and I, my son, he's over
Where's
here.
Trey?
Trey, that a
All
babe.
right, Trey.
All right. We went. Trey and I went home. We were home for one day. We turned around and went to Richmond, didn't we? We spent a whole homestand in Richmond, so we saw 6 games there. We were home for about 3 or 4 days, and we came back out here. So it's been a father-son baseball-ism type of
Awesome.
thing, right? And when I know what you're gonna ask, all right? When I was in Richmond, Bryce Eldridge is there, all right? Our number 1 pick from a few years ago, 6'7". He's gonna be a major leaguer. He's just working on a few things right now as far as defense goes. But it's for me personally, being involved in the sport and then turning around and seeing a Dennis Eckersley still involved in the sport, it freaking makes my heart warm because baseball needs guys like this still in the sport.
Yeah, they do. I agree. I do want to ask Trey something. Look, when we were all together a long time ago, we got sick of Will. We did. After a while, you get sick of hanging around your dad? Yeah, go ahead. You could be truthful. That's a non-answer. That's what it is. No, your dad's a good man. He is a good man. So, anyway.
I tell you what, talking about, growing up and when I was growing up, I obviously had a favorite player, right? It was my brother. He was number one. But I had a second favorite who was 1A. Think about who that was. It was Eck. So you think about this, okay? I'm, 14 years old, 1977. He's 1, and Eck was just the coolest dude, man. I just thought he was the coolest dude, right? And I've told him this. He's heard all this before. And now I sit and have coffee with these guys 3-4 times a month. And sometimes I got to stop and I listen to them, and they're telling stories. And I know, Will, you're the same. You guys remember everything. And these guys are telling stories about games in Reno, Nevada in 1972. Remember that fight? Yeah, and then that guy played. And it's amazing to me that they have that recall, right? And so I just sit there. I'm like this. This is great. This is great. So many people wish they were sitting here with me. And these guys are talking about, and Eck and I laugh about it because Duane will throw a game out there. Like, remember that game in Oakland? And Eck will be, oh, yeah. And then before you know it, they've covered almost the whole box score. Swear to God. And it's unbelievable that it just
helps.
comes back.
It helps that Glenn will dig into the computer and go to games and be able to, no, you're not exactly right about that.
That's right. So they're sitting there going over the games. I get on Baseball Reference, sipping coffee. We're all drinking. People are looking at what are these guys doing, and 90% of the time they're exactly right. I brought up a game today. to Eck. I was like, hey, Eck, remember this game in Oakland? La, la, la. And he said, yeah, they brought in this guy, and he gave up 2 earned runs, and we lost.
Yeah.
And he was exactly accurate.
Yeah, but then
2 earned runs.
But then you got the flip side of things. All right, we prefaced this a few weeks ago when Kruk and Kuip were here, how they do embellish. All right,
I don't even know
that
what
guy
that
and his partner do embellish. Now, X straight across the board. X gonna tell you like it is, but that guy and his partner, oh my God, the stories do get a little up yonder.
means. Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you how I embellished, and Will loves when I tell this story. And you guys have probably heard it before. And it's not it's a clean story, but you're going to get a laugh out of the fact that it ended up not that clean. But Will was a very good first baseman. He had a great arm, and he did a lot of things at first. But what he was really good at is if a guy was on second and he'd take a throw, and the guy at second would bluff a little bit, Will would cock his arm like, I'm going to throw you out, and it's like, well, no, you're not. But anyway, he would cock his arm. So we're doing a game, and somebody else on the other team does the same thing, cocks his arm. And I said to Mike, what's that guy doing? Will's got the best cock in baseball.
And Mike's going, arm cock, arm cock, arm cock.
Yeah, I didn't know what I said. Mike, however, looked at me like, his eyes got really big, his mouth, and he's like, he sang the arm cock song. Arm cock, arm cock. Kuip said arm cock, arm cock, arm cock. So anyway, nobody said anything, We were really quiet. And now, after the game, at Candlestick, you got on the elevator, went down, you ended up in the parking lot. And who gives me the biggest hug in the parking lot? Mr. Armcock. He's like, Kuip, that was great. That was awesome. So anyway, the point is, be careful. If you skip one little word, you can get in trouble. But arm. Anyway, I tell that story on your behalf, Mr. Armcock.
And thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I get a freaking howl from that story every time.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what X said. X said, when he was doing, you got to watch what you say. And you guys are the perfect example of it.
I could break out in a sweat thinking about it.
Heck, you've said a few controversial things in you had a long broadcasting career. You just retired a couple years ago.
When I first started doing it, I did a Mets game in Fenway Park. And that same night, I made 2 mistakes. One, Kevin Youkilis got hit by a pitch, and they kept replaying it over and over and over. And I kept watching it. And when he got hit, he said, shit, And so finally, about the 5th time they played it, I just went, shit, when he said shit. And then I went, oops, when am I supposed to leave now? Anyway, so later on in the game, there's a guy named Masterson. He's a big, tall right-hand pitcher, good sinker. And late in the game, and he punched somebody out, but I said, Masterson is playing with he's playing with these guys. He's got a nasty slider. And I didn't even know I said it.
Of course not.
Of course not. So and next thing you know, the next day I get there, everybody's looking at me funny, and I'm like, oh, what up?
What'd they do?
We all make mistakes, Zach.
Oh, please.
What are your guys' memories of the '89 World Series?
I'm glad you brought that up.
Obviously, it did not go well for the Giants. And I always said, to me, the Giants were a really good team, but I thought the A's were a great team at '89. Just their lineup and their, there just wasn't any weakness, and it just seemed like it was just too much for the A's to get over.
The whole thing was unbelievable. You know, the 10 days off, we almost didn't even play. I was like, oh, this is brutal. And the city was just hurting. Everybody was sad. People had died. It was just awful. And baseball needed that World Series to be played. And we came back and threw everybody off, hitter-wise. But we went to Arizona. It's, I think, one of the best things we ever did. We went to Arizona. We, played. We had to pitch against our own team, simulated. And I'll never forget, I had to pitch, one inning against our middle of our lineup. Boom, boom, boom. Ricky, bam, bam, bam. No, yeah, Ricky's there. Boom, boom, boom. And then Canseco comes up, okay? And this is just simulated, right? And I'm pitching, and here comes Canseco, and he walks up and he's pointing like Babe Ruth. He's gonna juice me. He's going, oh yeah. I said, what up? So he gets in there. I drilled him right in the back. And he was like, he's gonna come out to the mound. And I was like, I swear to God, I didn't mean to hit him. But I played it though. I played it like, To this day, he thought I drilled him. And somebody asked him, I think Dave Henderson said to Jose, said, was he trying to hit me? He said, how many guys did he walk this year? 2. What do you think? But I didn't mean to drill him. But anyway.
I didn't mean to, yeah, right.
But you guys had a great team. You were coming off the series against the Cubs. You got big hits. You got the slam off of what's-his-face, Maddox, and all that. And that left-hander up the middle. I mean, big hits. But I needed that World Series. I needed it so bad.
Yeah.
After Gibson the year before, I needed it so bad.
So you thought for a while the earthquake was just going to ruin that?
Yeah, but that's just selfish.
Well, I don't blame you. I mean,
but it was the most exhilarating moment in life. I played 24 years and got 1 world championship. I feel very, very fortunate. It just happened to be against the Giants.
Will, what are your memories of that?
Yeah, no, so, kind of a little different story than Dennis was, they went to Arizona. We kind of stayed here and, kind of serviced the Bay Area as much as possible, our home. And when, you never have 10 days off in the middle of a season, much less we barely got 1, the way the schedule that we played. The one thing, and I was actually asked this question earlier today, were the A's better than you? And without a shadow of a doubt, if I look myself in the mirror, I go, yes. All right, because 1 through 9, they were better in their lineup. Plus, on top of that, the way that the World Series worked out, with the earthquake and all that, they had Dave Stewart and Mike Moore coming back again, and they were studs. I mean, they were studs. And then, you give them a little bit of a lead, and you turn it over to him, and it's like game over. Another thing, too, is you got to remember, and, Dennis alluded to it, is they were in the series the year before, all right? So this is their second year in a row being one of the top dogs, and we're trying to work our way to be the top dog. And, they got the best of us, and you tip your cap sometimes. But, yeah, it was, game 1 and game 2, they got the best of us. We were coming back to Candlestick. We were going to have 60,000 there, and I thought that momentum shift was going to help us. And then when the earthquake hit and we had 10 days off, it was like, I hate to say it, but for us it was kind of like spring training starting all over again. But for Dennis, and he just well said it, for him it was redemption and the ultimate, dagger in the heart.
yeah. Yeah.
Thank God.
I mean, you win the World Series, it's against the team you cheered for as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's no better than that. Candlestick Park?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It was meant to be, But a lot happened to get there. Yeah. A lot of bad stuff before then. A lot of guys never even played in the playoffs. Buddy Bell, a good friend of ours, never was in the playoffs.
20-some years he played, never
that's
played
ridiculous.
in the playoffs.
So you're fortunate to be on a good team, and it's just being a piece of it.
So how many people here, you guys all watched Dak, right? Even A's fans? Thanks, sir. Even A's fans that may be here. And how many of you thought, wow, he's really good and he's a little cocky, right? Right? But the thing I want to say is, and Duane and I talk about this often with Eck, I don't know that there's a player whose image on the field is different than what he's like in real life. I mean, you're about as humble and down to earth as any former big leaguer we know, but yet when you strutted out on the field, and I remember watching you, but I liked you, so, you know, but I was like, man, this guy's got a lot of moxie, right? But,
Well,
but
see-
when you talk to you about it, you're like, man, I was kind of scared going out there,
Yeah,
which is a surprising to hear that.
Well, I'm telling you this. Once the game starts, man, you know, you turn into this person. I'm not the same guy when I'm competing, you know. I mean, some crazy shit comes out there. First of all, I was lucky enough to see Duane's home run. I was there.
Well, you were one of the first ones out of the dugout.
I ran to home plate as fast. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
I see
did.
it.
Well,
And
close.
he had that trot. That was a beautiful trot.
Slid into second. No, yeah, Eck was
But
there.
you know, it's crazy when things happen, and then you get a reputation for saying, you know, he points at guys. He punches you out, and he points at you, and he says, "Next, who's next?" Seriously, right? That story is about a no-hitter that I had against
course.
the Angels. Yeah. And this is '77. I'm pitching against Frank Tanana, who was tough. Wow. And we were winning 1-0. I got about 11, 12 punch-outs. I'm dealing. They got a bunch of lambs, right-handed lambs.
Lambs. Guys that can hit.
Anybody know what a lamb is?
Yeah,
Guy
lambs
can't
are-
hit. He can't hit at all. He's a lamb.
Anyways, I was dealing a bunch of right-handed hitters. You know, you've heard a lot of these guys, Gritch, Baylor, whatever.
They weren't the Lambs. The other
They
guys
went.
were the
There's a couple
Lambs.
lambs in there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Bobby Bonds was in
Bobby
that line,
Bonds
right?
was in there. So anyway, I get in the ninth inning with 2 outs, and I got one more out, and I'm styling, man. You know, I'm telling everybody, hey, this is it. One more, buddy.
Pitching guy.
Buddy got the ball, throws it to me, and yeah, I got it. So I get back on that. Who's that dude again?
Gil Flores.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. So I get there. I am chomping, man. This guy will not get in the box, right? This is in Cleveland Stadium, huge stadium. There's only like 10,000 people. It holds 80.
Was he a lamb?
He's a lamb.
Yeah, all right.
So and he's the last out. And so he's looking down the line, and back then the cameraman would come on the field, you know, because of foul territory, and he had a tripod. These guys setting up, you know, and Gil Flores, the last guy up, he's bothered by the camera guy, and I'm going, what? I get in there, and I look up. He's not here to take your picture. You're the last fucking out. Get your ass in there. So I punch him out, and Ray Fosse's the catcher, and we were like, you know, jumping up and down. But from that point on, you know what he does? He points at guys and tells them to get in there.
It was your night. You could do whatever you want. You know what? I want to piggyback on this because it's everybody knows Eck, you know, saves, wins, almost 200 wins, almost 400 saves. He's in the Hall of Fame, right? We all know. We watched it. I think there's a stretch in Eck's career where I don't know that a lot of people know about this, but it's my favorite thing that you ever did. So we're talking about the no-hitter, right? Think the start before the no-hitter. Eck throws a complete game, 12-inning win. The final 7 2/3 innings of that game doesn't allow a hit. Okay? Think about that. That's the start before the no-hitter. 7 2/3 innings. He closes it. Then the no-hitter. So that's 9. So what do we got? 9 and 7. That's 16 2/3. No hit. Next start after the no-hitter, he goes to Seattle and doesn't allow a hit till the 6th inning. Am I right on this? Yeah. He goes 5 2/3 innings. So if you add that up, it's 22 1/3 consecutive hitless innings. That's 2.5 games. Think about that. It's still,
You know
and
what that
I was 14 years old. It's still one of the coolest things that anybody's ever done that doesn't get talked about a lot. But
That's
22 and a third,
But he was getting close to
he was getting close to
breaking a
Cy
record.
Young. Yeah.
It's 2 outs. You know, I use that all the time because that's my meaning for branch work. You know, that you got to be lucky in this game too. I mean, you're not punching everybody out.
Right.
And you get too far up in that tree, man, holding on to the branch, man. When that thing falls, man, look out. You know. So you know, you got
Was it Rupert Jones?
Rupert Jones went bridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it was.
My partner, Ray Fossey, longtime broadcast partner, was the catcher for I think all three of those games probably.
He was going to be my catcher forever.
Yeah,
after
after
that,
the no-hitter,
whether
yeah.
I liked him or not.
Yeah. That's, yeah, Ray was not leaving X side, and he always felt bad that the pitch you threw to Rupert Jones, who hit a home run, that ended this stretch that I'm talking about. And then I think I looked it up. I think you struck out the next guy, and then they took you out.
They brought in Jim Kern, who throws 1,000.
Yeah.
Remember, he threw.
But if when you look at X career and you're going to see all these saves and wins and just phenomenal Hall of Fame career, just remember in 1977 there was a 3-start stretch where he threw 22 and a third consecutive no-hit innings. And you know, I mean, Duane was the starting second baseman for the Indians, so you played in all those. So.
Yeah, I actually made an error in that game in Seattle. It was a slow chopper, and I should have made the play, but I was like, you know, if it's an out, now you're 1 out closer to getting.
That's the
But
first
it's
time we
also
ever
could
played in
have been
Seattle,
ruled,
too.
could have
Remember?
been ruled an infield hit too, right? But no, it was an error. So.
Did Eck yell at you?
No, Eck was pretty cool with me because we went back to those days when he was 17 where we had a shortstop that was the #1 draft pick. His name was Rick Manning. And
Of all people.
yeah, and he was really not a shortstop, but he was really highly touted. And after his 17th error, in about 7 games, I walked out to the mound to talk to Eck, and Eck's like, "Get that fucking guy in the outfield now." You remember that? And they did. And they did.
And he won a Gold Glove as a center fielder.
They put him in center field. So, anyway,
Eck, what do you remember about that stretch that I'm talking about? I mean, do you have vivid memories of that? I know it's a long time ago, but there was a no-hitter in the middle of that.
I remember I had a great big zit on the side of my face.
of course, that's what you remember.
Yeah, right after the no-hitter. I must have been stressed out. Because people would take a picture of this great big zit hanging on. That's my memory.
Oh my goodness, that's great. What do we have? Do we have something different going on?
Yeah, we can do trivia if you guys want.
Yeah, let's just
Anybody want to
wrap
do-
this up
Who has
before
the
we gotta
names?
go.
Christy, do you have the names? But we have to haul out the board. Everybody ready? Christy, do you have the names?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch out,
What
Dan.
we have is you guys were here last time. We have a spinning wheel. It's got categories on it, and we're going to call one of you up, and you're going to spin it. And we got questions for the categories, and if you get them right,
If you get them right,
okay.
you
We'll
get to
give you
stay.
some- yeah, you can stay. All right, first contestant is Baseball Mary. Where are you, Mary? Come on, Mary. Come on up.
All right, Mary. You want me to spin?
Mary, you want to spin it or you want Duane to spin it?
I'll spin.
Spin it really hard, Mary.
All right.
And tell us what it comes up on.
YouTube.
Oh, okay. I got a question for her. Okay, Mary, you ready? Hold
I
on.
hope so.
I spent a lot of time working
Who's the
on.
better looking?
Hey. Okay. These are fun. We want you to get it right. Okay. Do the Kuiper brothers have a sister? Yes or no?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I'm going to say yes. Yes.
Yes, we do. We have a sister named Kathy who lives in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I
All right, you got to get 3 right to get a baseball. Spin it again. Spin it hard.
think I mentioned this last time. I had the pleasure of sitting with your dad.
Yes, you
David
did.
Wrigley, yeah.
He's a good man.
That was fabulous.
Oh, Will.
All right, Mr.
Oh. I got a question for you, Will. I can't do it. If Will was playing for the Giants right now, would he be your favorite player? Yes or no, and why or why not? See, they're easy.
Wait,
Why?
why?
Why would he be your favorite player?
Oh my gosh.
His hair.
Salad. His salad.
Because it's fun. Because Will's a blast.
He is a blast. That's a good answer. All right. One more spin. Go.
All right. The two of you again.
No, spin it again.
Okay. Whoa.
I'm sorry. My bad. Go ahead.
She's funny.
Oh, Eck. Oh, man, I got some questions about Eck. I'll tell you
All
what.
right.
Let's see. Okay, hold on. When Eck was an announcer, one of the words he used was cheese. Is it A, somebody's fastball, B, a line drive, or three, a home run? Cheese. Bingo. Nice job. Baseball Mary, ladies and gentlemen.
One more.
All right. Ken H. Oh, man. What a tired uniform. That's true. We like the fact. Yeah. At least it's a city, right? On a uniform, which is.
Oh, they're big now. They're big now. The Warriors left, the Raiders left.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
one to go.
Spin it, Ken.
You know what I
Spin
want?
it hard.
You know what I want here?
Yeah, we want X. Hold on. I got it right here.
That'll work. That'll work. Giants game. Let's not talk about tonight.
All right, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. What was the final score tonight?
Not too little.
Was it 9-1?
We'll be back tomorrow.
Come on, Ken. What was the final score?
9-1.
9-1. You are correct.
What was that?
Spin it again.
I'm 1 for 1. All right. That finger back up here. You don't need them anymore. We'll go MLB.
All right. Okay. This is a good question. See if you know what you're talking about. I'm going to make you think a little bit. Which team right now has the most wins in Major League Baseball? I'll give you a hint.
I think it's one of your favorite teams.
No, I'll give you a hint. It's an American League team.
Okay. Is it in the state of California? Oh, we can't give it.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. Michigan, excuse me.
What did the Giants fan call you earlier? Tiger.
Yeah, there you go. That's right, Tiger. You're right. With a lot of help, by the way. A lot of.
Not your least favorite team in California.
But come on, the Tigers have the most wins in Major League Baseball right now. Unbelievable,
They're
right?
15 games over 500.
And, yeah, they win.
12.
Yeah. And
They
the
won tonight.
Dodgers lost and the Padres lost tonight, too. So that's good. All right, Ken. Yeah, one more spin.
I'm authentic.
All right, one more spin.
Cool. Got that finger ready?
Go.
Let her go.
I want to get you going.
They don't have this
We're
at.
gonna go forever at this rate.
They didn't have this at the Coliseum, did they?
Oh, they had everything there. They had the brothers.
Okay, no.
Who's taller?
Did the Kuiper brothers ever announce a game together? Yes or no?
I want to say yes because you love to see the brothers together, but I'm gonna go no.
Yes, we did.
Switch.
2006 at the Coliseum. Remember, it was a Giants and A's game.
Only one time?
One time.
Sounds like a fluke.
We'll give him a baseball anyways. Have a baseball.
We got a kid in here. Anyone under the age of 12 in here that wants a baseball? Awesome. Thank you guys.
All right, we're going to do one more thing before we
And
wrap this.
it's going to be
baby
fun.
up.
It's going to be fun. We got 4 home run calls up here. We got John Miller, Dave Fleming, Duane, and myself. Our 4 home run calls. They're all different. And let's call 2 people up here to call 2 each, and we'll decide who sounds best. Is that fair? Okay. Lars G. and Susan H. Susan. All right, Lars.
Where's Susan?
Lars, we have it written out. You just
Yeah, we got it written out. So
Yeah, so you're just gonna read it, but you got it. It's a home run. You know what? It's a home run call. It's written right here, and you're gonna say it like you're the announcer, and you got to give it some punch.
do you want a microphone?
And we're gonna give you a microphone.
I have to just say this, because I never thought I would ever meet someone that I went to high school with that was on a team with me. So when I was in high school, his name was Tim Russell. Oh, yeah. So obviously, Paul Russell was his dad, Cubs player, and then Rick Russell. Obviously, you played with him. Right. And so I'm finding it just so bizarre that I'm standing right in front of you, and I heard Rick Russell. I became a Giants player, and I learned about you. I was a Giants fan, not a player. But I grew up as a Cubs fan, and then it's like I went over to the other side. But anyway, But it's just fascinating that, I heard, all about Rick Russell. So, how did you like playing with him?
Wait a minute.
The
what are we
name of the
doing
show is Friday Night Kuips and Susan.
She's stalling.
Okay.
Well,
No, not me.
Okay. Are we?
He played with Rick.
I don't know who Rick Russell. I just know that I knew that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Susan Show. Okay. All right, we'll let you.
so nice.
Okay, Susan, you're going to do John Miller's call. This is a game. You're the announcer. It's written right here. Let it rip.
I'm supposed to sound like him? Oh, boy. Okay. I know, sorry. And the pitch to Matt Chapman. There's a high drive, left field. It's way back there. Adios, Pelota!
Okay.
All right, so we've gone from the Susan show. Now we're at the Lars.
Lars.
Come on, Lars.
All right, this is Dave Fleming's call. There's a little, remember the screech a little bit at the end? It's not going to be easy, but this is Lars doing Dave Fleming's call.
Renteria hits a high drive, deep left, center field. David Murphy on the warning track. He's on the warning track. It is
Okay.
God, do I wish Dave Fleming was here. Oh, man.
I kind of feel like he is.
I'd give the world for that.
Okay. All right. Susan, this is my home run call. Hasn't been used in a while, unfortunately, but it's still pretty good, I think. All right? So don't let me down.
Yeah, make it good. Susan.
Make it down. Because my feelings will be hurt if this is not good.
Come on, you can do it.
Probably not.
Yeah, you can. You got this. You did the good one the last time.
And now you're warmed up.
3, 2, 1.
And here's the pitch to Matt Chapman. He drills one deep to left field. And that baby is gone.
Jeez, I got a little tear in my eye right now.
Good job.
Thank you. Awesome job. Lars, you will be the lucky man to get the Duane Kuiper home run call. So, in this room, don't screw it up.
And the pitch to Matt Chapman. He hits it deep. He hits it high. He hits it deep. It is out of here.
You guys are awesome. Everybody's a winner here. Thank you.
Chapman was the guy
Yeah.
Hey, I did the questions this morning, okay?
Yeah. That's right. Don't knock.
You know what?
Matt
Let's
Chapman.
get a big round of applause for our two guests. Will the Thrill, he's the best. And he knows he has an open invitation. He knows that because he's awesome. And our special guest tonight, Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. And to wrap it up, my Hall of Fame brother broadcaster, Duane, is going to wrap it up.
Look, we didn't know how this thing was going to work out tonight with the fireworks, and they had other stuff going on too, I think, right? Was it drones or something? I don't know. But anyway, you know what? It didn't matter. We had another fantastic group. I should mention that Glen's family is here, Amanda and Annie and Jack and their significant others.
My son, Jack, who was not here last night. Jack, stand up. He just finished his sophomore year at the University of Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner. He's a good kid. Texas, horns down. That a boy. All right.
So anyway, we're looking forward now to our next show. Please come by again, have some fun. I hate to see all this food go to waste. So if you can, I don't know, are they allowed to take it home? Please do. Don't let it go to waste. So anyway, thanks for coming tonight and a good win for the Giants.
Thanks.
And,
Thanks,
we'll see you
Gotham
next
Club.
time.
Awesome.
The Glen Kuiper Show, All Giants, is brought to you by the Carrick Real Estate Team. Since 1978, the Carrick Real Estate Team has been helping families buy and sell homes across the Bay Area. With deep local roots and a legacy of client-first service, they are committed to delivering results with honesty, care, and expertise. Whether you're moving up, downsizing, or making your first purchase, trust the Carrick Real Estate Team to guide you home. The Carrick Real Estate Team, serving the Bay Area with pride for over 45 years. Contact Mike Carrick today for a free home sale or purchase consultation. Call 925-548-4132 or go to the website at carrickteam.com. Show is also brought to you by Tilden Properties. As an investor, one of the best places to put your money is California's multifamily real estate. When investing with Tilden Properties, you see cash flow with quarterly dividends while building equity in the real estate market. Bay Area based and family owned, Tilden Properties has been building investment wealth for their clients since 2008. Go to the website at tildenproperties.com or call 925-209-8558.